Bitcoin appears to be setting up for yet another explosive move in the price action. Although it's trading sideways right now, I believe that we're awaiting one very specific occurrence to happen inside the chart before we get this very, very explosive move to the upside or to the downside. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. What is going on, my friends? Today I'd like to discuss Bitcoin and the action we're seeing inside the chart right now. I'd like to go over the factors here of this equilibrium range and discuss the possibilities and what I'm looking for a potential move to the upside and for a potential move to the downside. And also, I'd really like to zoom out here and look at this from a very long-term macro perspective. I've actually been getting a lot of comments and inquiries lately asking about what I think of the long-term trend of Bitcoin. You guys know I don't like to rub the crystal ball and just give hopium, blasphemous predictions into the future that have zero merit at all. But what I will do here is look at the chart right now with the information we have at our fingertips. And I'm going to look at this from a macro perspective, maybe forecasting months ahead, weeks ahead, etc., etc. So I'd like to dive into that as well. So as a full-time trader, I'd like to discuss with you my strategy, my game plan, and how I plan to crush this market right now in the immediate term. So without any further ado, you guys already know the deal. If you like these daily crypto videos and nightly live streams, smack that thumbs up button, click the subscribe, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. Moon the likes, ladies and gentlemen. Moon them up. All right, so we'll begin with our Bitcoin technical analysis. And of course, before we begin, this is not investment advice, this is not trading advice. These are only my own opinions, ideas, and speculative hypotheses on the market. Always do your own research and your own due diligence before investing or trading, as this market is extremely high risk, and I am not your financial advisor. I will never tell you what to do with your trades or investments. That being said, let's begin right here with Bitcoin on the one-day time frame. Now, clearly, we are trading sideways. We are in this sideways equilibrium channel right now. The meat and potatoes here in terms of candle bodies, right? If we exclude the wicks, we're really from about 8,000 all the way up to this point here around 8,500. This is the golden zone for me right now that Bitcoin has been trading sideways in. And it's very unique because you can already see we have our 200-day moving average, which has been very significant. I'm going to show you why in a second. We have been respecting this very, very hard here. You could see in the beginning, it was just the wicks that were going up. Then yesterday, the bulls tried to go above here, but the daily candle body closed below the line, right? Keep in mind, we did wick above, but before the daily close, the bears got back in control and the daily candle body closed below that region. Now, just a briefing. I'm going to go over this more when we talk about the macro structure of the trend, the longer term. But I just want you to understand that all throughout the last Bitcoin bull run, we did not have any candle body opens or closes below the 200-day moving average. You could see this was the end of Bitcoin's bear market all the way down here in October 2015. It started to close candle bodies above the 200-day. And then all throughout the bull run, we never closed candle bodies below that 200-day moving average, let alone, like we are right now, closing and opening candles below this region, ladies and gentlemen, right? We've had full, complete candle body closes below this line. It's just historically uncharacteristic of Bitcoin in bull markets to do such a thing. Leading me to my next point here. So we're getting that rejection from the 200-day moving average. We also see here this green line, which for me is the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement, which in my opinion, from a bullish perspective, I wanted to see this act as support here, right? This is where I wanted to see the bottoms of the candles, not to drop below it and now see the tops of the candles using it as resistance. It's actually quite the opposite of what I wanted to see from a bullish perspective, but it is what it is, right? You have to respect what the charts are showing. So right now, there's two lines here that are showing me significant resistance. And above all else here, what we also have to understand is that the price action here is respecting a classic zone of resistance as well, right? You could see that this was a consolidation point on the parabolic move to the upside, of which we did struggle ultimately before having our last rally to become that blow off top around 14,000. So this was really the final resistance point before we had that last blow off rally, right? And right now we are seeing this act as resistance here yet again. So there are a few things going for the bears right now. And you all know, in terms of where the bears generally like to retrace these parabolic rips to, is the golden Fibonacci retracement, the 0.618. And my friends, right here, right now, we are not very far away from this. In fact, we're about 11.6% at the time of recording away from this. And for me, the exact price point on my chart is 72.39 USD. So if the bears are going to continue to maintain control here, which until proven otherwise, for me, it looks like they are, my sights right now in the short term is this 0.618 Fibonacci with a potential overshot target down into the bottom of this green box here around 6,000 flat. Being the spot where we saw a ton of consolidation back before our ultimate capitulation down towards 3,000. Let's get this crypto. Now, that basically covers the bearish factors here. Now, what do we have from a bullish perspective? Well, in terms of, let me just wrap this thought up here with the bearish. The bearish right now, in my opinion, we're not really looking for anything more here besides just a drop down. I mean, we are underneath bearish indicators right now, right? I just showed you all of them, the resistances, the indicators, etc. We're already seeing the resistance from them, so we're already under them. For me, I mean, we're already seeing potential bearish confirmations, and the price to move down would be normal. So how would this get bullish? Well, my friends, we'd have to negate the bearish indicators, right? The bearish stranglehold on the chart right now. And how would this be done? Well, for me, I'd like to see a candle get above that 200-day close, right? A wick means nothing. You guys can see here. A wick yesterday went above, did nothing, went right back down, and right now the action is trading below it again. What I'd like to see is that the bulls go up with momentum and we close a candle body above the 200-day moving average. That would be number one. Number two, we'd then look to use that 0.5 Fibonacci retracement here around 8,500 as new support. Get above this box and trade within this little area here. See, this area is hollow in here? That's where I'd like to be trading. And that range for me is between 8,600 and 9,100. If the bulls can get above 8,600 and hold support in there, my friends, it would give me some hope that maybe they could be ready for a push to the upside. But overall, you could see this range up here, this whole consolidation zone that we were in, trading sideways in for the better part of a month before our dive, deep down towards that low $8,000 region. This, my friends, should in theory be a very staunch resistance level, okay? Old support, then potentially becoming new resistance, also coinciding with the 0.382 Fibonacci retracement, which, if we do wind up getting a BART up, this area is the area of main concern for me here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get this crypto. And I would be expecting, just theorizing here, completely speculative, that a lot of short positions will likely be looking to open in this range. And I think that is probably a valid assumption to make, considering that many right now are under the assumption that we have now entered a bear market. And there are certainly things to talk about with that, and that's what I'm going to look at in the macro perspective for you all. But we did come out of this multi-month bearish descending triangle, broke down. Not good, right? That is not what you want to see there. That is, it went from an accumulation zone down here in the low 3,000s to then a parabolic move to the upside to then a distribution, right? Just sellers distributing with no price action really going on, just a ton of distribution with a series of lower highs with a flat line of support along the bottom, which then broke to the downside viciously. My friends, that is not a bullish pattern in the least. And right now we are trading below that this old level of support here, which until proven otherwise should theoretically act as new resistance when tested. Let's get this crypto. So for me right now, the thing for me that I just want to get across here for you in this equilibrium is right now, the ball, in my opinion, appears to be in the bear's court, okay? One more thing going for the bulls is that the daily RSI is still oversold. May we see a bounce? Historically, we've seen it happen over and over again, where when we've gone into oversold conditions, we've seen bounces up into overbought. Of course, past performance is not indicative of future results, but it has had a tendency historically to go from oversold almost directly to overbought when the bounce occurs. So that is also something for the bulls there. But for me, also here, the RSI, historically, once dropping below this level here, you guys know this. I used to show this indicator all the time. I kind of stopped using it on the daily analysis purely just because we've dropped below it. I mean, that's the confirmation I was looking for. We dropped below the level of old support. We back tested. Perfect. Look at how perfect the technical analysis is. You lose support, you back test, you hit that new resistance, right? The old support, then upon back test becoming new resistance, and you just continue to dive deep down into the crypto abyss. That's why I've kind of stopped showing this here. And for me, the target is still and always has been a 35% drop from that region there at 150, which is the metric that it broke down from. And the reason for that is because we see here, if you go back to 2018, the last time we dumped, that put in the bottom there, and then the new bottom for the second time we dumped was right upon that old support level, right? So for me, just speculating, I would look to see that this level here may now become the new bottom to keep a higher low trajectory intact. Let's get this crypto. But moral of the story there, that was a lot of data to consume there. Really, all that's important for me right now is that according to what I've been speculating on for months of a potential target here, we still have quite a ways down to go from where we're trading at right now. If that target is going to be hit, let's get this crypto. Okay, and one last thing before we go to the macro, also just keep on your radar that from a pattern perspective here on the 1-day time frame, this is starting to look like a classic bear flag to me as well here, right? Straight flagpole down, sideways consolidation, and of course with Bitcoin, I like to give it a little bit more merit or a little more leeway, if you will, in terms of rather than in a traditional market, you'd just be looking for very low volatility and then another move. In Bitcoin, this is a very volatile market and does get illiquid at times, so the market movements can be a little bit more erratic. So although we do appear that we've had some pretty volatile action in this range, to me, I'm chalking this up as sideways consolidation here. And for me, if this is going to wind up being a bear flag, what I want to do is take the measured move from the breakdown point, okay? We'll take that flagpole. We're going to drag this over to the bottom of the support range there using the candle bodies, not the wicks, as I explained earlier in the video. I think that's the point of interest for me. And our measured move, my friend, takes us where? Ding, ding, ding. Chicken wings for dinner, tofu if you're vegan, right around the $6,200 region where, what do you know, all of our historic confluence. So keep that on your radar as well. Some bearish targets for me is really a bear flag breakdown, potentially to this point 618 Fibonacci or this low $6,000 region. Let's get this crypto. Okay, so now that I've covered really the trend there, and also before we get into the macro, if you feel right now like you're on edge, you should not feel on edge. I know that there was a lot of data there to consume of if it goes up, if it goes down, etc., etc. The whole point here with trading is you have to keep a level head. The way that traders get caught up in this market is they let emotions take over and take control. You don't want to be emotional. You see how I'm looking at this from all angles, right? If this goes up, well, this is what I'm looking for, and this is what may be happening there. If this drops down, well, this is what I'm looking for in that scenario, and this is how I'm going to play it. You don't ever want to be getting caught by surprise. You want to think about multiple possible scenarios in advance and how you're going to strategize to crush it when one of those scenarios plays out. And guys, as you all should know by now, I keep you updated in VIP with all of my strategies that I formulate in real time. Every time that I make a trade, every time I enter a trade, I post it for you in real time as I enter the trade. As I take my profits on the trade, I post it for you in real time. When I place my stop loss, I post it for you, etc., etc. Everything that I'm doing, I post for you in real time, so you could see how I trade. Cool, calm and collected, ready to crush it and get this crypto. So if you're not already in my VIP, ladies and gentlemen, you know, I always say it, preparing in advance, this is the time, right? The real traders are preparing in these conditions here, getting ready to crush it when the move occurs. After the move occurs is when you see everybody come back in the market because they missed it. And now they want to get in on the action, right? Nobody cared about Bitcoin here. Now the move happened. Oh, Kirby, what do you think, Kirby? James, that's on you, my friend. You missed it. Stop. Don't get excited. Now, the excitement happened before you got in, right? And I want to show you this. It's so funny, ladies and gentlemen. Again, before we go into the macro view, which is going to be the next half of the stream here, look at the Bitcoin search term data here on the Google Trends data, worldwide past 5 years, okay? I want you all to notice that the dates that we got the pump in the market, or excuse me, the dump in the market, not the pump, these dates right here, right, where we finally broke down out of the equilibrium, right? Look at the volume going into this date. We hit a new low, right? Two consecutive nines in a row, right? New lows. Then we get that dump, and look at it, goes right up, boom, to a 12. Okay, and now nothing's happening again, and we're back to a 9, roughly, okay? So I want you to understand that right there shows you the dumb money, okay? And I say that as politely as possible. It's just that most people, they only get interested after the occurrence happens. And that is so backwards. How do you expect to make any money if all you do is wait for the thing to happen and then go, oh, Kirby, I'm ready to trade now? What's wrong with you, James? That is not how this works. You know, I was preparing in advance. My VIPs know. I kept my VIPs updated with my trades here. Ladies and gentlemen, I went short at 9,798. I caught this candle all the way down here. I wound up taking immense profits. And right now, we're in a very similar predicament here yet again. You'll see the YouTube views, they go down. The thumbs ups, there's not as many of them. But you should, if you appreciate this and you're here today, you should thumbs up this right now, right? The thing is, the thumbs ups goes down, the views go down. Why? Because most people, ladies and gentlemen, I would go as far to say over 90% of traders, they're doing it incorrectly. They wait for the action to happen and then go, okay, I'm ready to play, Kirby, I'm ready to play. James, you got to understand, you needed to be ready to play before the move happened. You have your plays set up, and then when the move occurs, you're getting out of your position in profit, either selling or buying into Average Joe's little orders there that now he's excited, right? Talking to his friends at the water cooler. Oh, James, did you see that Bitcoin made a move, James? Did you see? Well, you know, Don Carbonaccio. Oh, I did more than see it, little James. I actually set my orders up here and then got you with the profit down in this region. Let's get this crypto. So moral of the story, I'm preparing for a heavy movement right now. Potentially life-changing trading opportunities looming in the shadows here yet again. Does this not look like a similar range here that we may see an absolutely explosive move in one direction or the other? You see the targets, right? You've seen it. I've showed you here. We're talking immense potential moves in either direction. Let's get this crypto. I'll keep you updated with everything in VIP. Today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from Average Joe into Savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. I will see you all in VIP. Now, let's talk about the macro trend, okay? And what I want to discuss here are things like how I was showing you that the 200-day really was not something that was breached. Candle body closes and opens underneath all throughout the last bull market, right? That's something of significance here, right? Now, I want to go over to the BLX because this has the longest data here in terms of duration. I want to show you guys something else as well. The 21-week moving average, all right? Let's let me actually just pull this up so there's no confusion here. Let's just put on the 21. Okay, and I want you all to see here as well, the 21-week moving average, we've now closed officially with a bearish engulfing debacle of a candle, dropped us below this region, right into the honey hole here, right? Don Carbonaccio was pointing out the honey hole right here between the 0.5 and the 0.618. You guys like that? The honey hole? Watch, other YouTubers and analysts now will be calling this little range the honey hole, but you all know everybody secretly watches the Don. How you doing, everybody? Let's get this crypto. So it dropped right into the honey hole. And now what I want you to understand here is that this 21 week, kind of just like the getting tongue-tied, this 21 week moving average, the red line, just like the 200-day moving average, it's been very significant in terms of shifting markets from bearish to bullish and bullish to bearish, with pretty much just the same accuracy, where once we're closing candle bodies above it, we've climbed out of the bear market. And on the contrary, soon as we start closing below, it's led to bear markets, right? And we also saw that on this most recent one, right? Soon as we started closing candle bodies below, this led to the ultimate bear market. And now what I want you all to understand here as well is that on a macro perspective here, if this is in fact going to be the high of this run, right? If this is going to just truly be the parabolic blow off top run, this on a macro level is a lower high. Okay, my friends, and a lower high is not very good, right? And of course, you can say, oh, Kirby, but don't you just see? Turn on the log scale and look at it, Kirby. We've been bullish for so long, Kirby. My friends, the thing is that this is a little uncharacteristic here, this lower high, okay? Because look at all the other times that Bitcoin has gone into bear markets. It's always created a new higher high, right? And this time, it has not, at least at this point in time, okay? For the time being, at the time of recording, it has not made a new higher high, and that, my friends, is the first time in Bitcoin's history that it has not done so, going from a bear market to a bull market. Every bear market here has led to a new higher high, okay? And this, my friends, may be the first bear market that did not lead to a higher high. It led to a lower high, okay? So there is a difference there. So, Average Joe and James at the water cooler, they're going to keep shoving it down your throat, ladies and gentlemen. It has to go to 100,000, Kirby. It'll be $1 million a coin, Kirby. It's all made up garbaggio. It doesn't have to do anything. It could go to zero just the same as it could go to 10 million a coin. That's why I don't bother with that nonsense, okay? I trade the price action. If it's going up, I'm looking to trade it to the upside. I then hope it goes to $1 million a coin, right? If I'm on the long end. If it's going down to 1,000, I'm going to be shorting it, hoping it goes down as far as it can go to profit to the downside. That's all that matters from a trading perspective. That is it, and that is all. Anything else is purely just being shilled to you for entertainment value, to get views and clicks. I hope you understand this, right? And just to wrap this up here with another observation, okay? If we look at the altcoins, ladies and gentlemen, this is the total cap excluding Bitcoin. This is the chart of the altcoins only. And what I want you to see here is that our Fibonacci extensions, okay, from the parabolic move here back in 2017 to 2018, what you wanted to see was at least a golden extension be hit, right? We pretty much hit that on Bitcoin. I'll show you right now on the BLX, just so that we're all on the same page here. Bitcoin went right up to that golden level, right? You see it. Bitcoin hit the golden extension target, and then we retraced. That is picture perfect, ladies and gentlemen. It's literally picture perfect. Textbook perfect technical analysis. Went right up to the golden extension and then rejected, and that was our swing high off the parabolic trend. The altcoins, on the other hand, ladies and gentlemen, when we look at this here, they did not even get up anywhere near the vicinity. They went to the 0.236 Fibonacci extension. Absolutely pitiful. My friends, this, to me, is a very concerning chart here, right? Ultimate high, early 2018. Swing low, swing high, a lower high. Then, another swing low, another swing high, and a lower high as well. So now we have 1, 2, 3 macro lower highs. Is this setting up here that Bitcoin may look to do the same, and we really see something in the chart that we haven't seen ever in terms of history here for Bitcoin? It's possible. And I think that not many people are taking into consideration here that the chart does look different than the rest of time. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, that this is important that you share this video today with other traders, with other speculators in this market. Share this video in your chats. Share this video in your socials. Get it out there. For me right now, the chart does look different than any other time in history. And for me, this is going to provide some immense trading opportunity purely because there are so many imbeciles that are just going to play this market with blind hope and a dream, Carbonaccio. And this is where those that aren't trading off blind hope, that are trading based off the price action we see in the chart, based off classical technical analysis to give us that perceived edge, those high reward, low risk trade setups over and over again to tentatively crush the market like a 2-ton man on a tuna fish can. I hope you guys see here, I've explained my short-term outlook for Bitcoin and the equilibrium here. I've given you my macro perspective long-term now that the chart is looking different and things, I'm open. You have to be at least open to understanding that the longer-term trend for Bitcoin in terms of years may be in jeopardy a little bit if we drop below critical levels here around 6,000. That is too far ahead. We'll continue to analyze that as time moves forward, but I just wanted you to understand that at this point in time, this lower high on a macro level is something that we haven't seen ever, going from a bear market to a bull market in Bitcoin's history. Let's get this crypto. So guys, if you appreciated this here today, like I've stated, during these times where we move sideways, you'll see the videos get less views, there's less thumbs ups. So if you could do your part today, ladies and gentlemen, I don't ask much. If you could just give this video a thumbs up, maybe slap a comment down below with what you think, I'd appreciate that. And of course, above all else, I'm preparing right now for this move. Again, James at the water cooler, all the views will go up, right? Everything will go up once we get the move down or up, because they didn't prepare in here and they come back in after it already happened. You'll see. So if you're here today, pat yourself on the back. Congratulations. You're one of the few that are going to be in the market, hopefully strategizing to be on the right end of the move before it happens. And that, my friends, is how you crush the market and get this crypto. So guys, I'll be in VIP. I'm going to be keeping you updated with my strategies in real time as I enter my trades, as I set up my trades in advance before the move happens. If the move happens very, very quickly and something goes a little faster than expected, I'll be looking to open a momentum trade as well. And I'm going to post exactly when I enter that trade for you in real time. Do not get wrecked here, ladies and gentlemen. Do not be taking that trip to Wrecked City with Average Joe and James at the water cooler. You're better than that. You deserve better than that. Today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from Average Joe into Savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. Today is the day. Become a VIP elite. I will see you all in VIP, and I will keep you updated to the exact second with all of my trades, strategies, etc. exclusively for you in VIP. I will see you all in VIP right now. And until next time, my friends, if you could one last time, moon up the likes, moon them up, smash those thumbs, click the subscribe button, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. Satoshi needs a new pair of shoes. My friends, I will see you in VIP right now. Shout out to my VIPs. And until next time, my friends, the Don has spoken. Be safe, be happy, be healthy. It's your boy, Crypto Kirby. Peace and love, my friends. Curves.